Very good morning once again. In the previous class, we learned about a concept called planning. So, in that concept, we covered almost all the definitions of planning, and we have seen the characteristics of planning, importance of planning, and moreover, the steps involved in planning process, like how an organizations can plan their activities in their day-to-day business scenario. And we have seen different types of plans also in the previous video. And now today I'm going to cover a third unit called organization. So before entering into the topic of organization, let me give you a clarity about what exactly an organization means. What does it mean? What is its definition? See, these are the topics which are going to cover in this particular video. We are going to learn about introduction to my organization, definition of organization, its characteristics, and we have two different types of organizational structures which normally every organization normally follows, that is formal and informal organizations, and we have some organizational designs also. So in that we have almost 5 to 6 organizational designs where we can see in every kind of organizational scenario, but only line organization and line and staff organization, functional organization, these three are very important, and these three are very prioritized organizational designs when it comes to the real-time business scenario. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in this unit 3. Firstly, let me start with the introduction. Let me give you a basic details or basic information about what exactly an organization means. So organization means it's the process of identifying and grouping work to be performed. Every organization will have its own type of works to be performed with the use of different resources. See, sometimes employees have to be involved in completing the given work, and sometimes we need to identify what are the future oriented works where we need to concentrate. And you have to define and delegate responsibility and authority when you are allotting some kind of responsibility to any one of your worker. And in the organizational scenario, we will find some established relationships, like in between the management and the employee. There we can find some established relationships. Actually, relationships are very important. Human relationships are very important in the organizational scenario, because if we don't have relationships between the management and the employee, then we cannot expect 100% coordination and cooperation between both of them. And moreover, the works cannot be completed within the given period of time. And even the employees may feel frustrated, and the employees may be under demotivational level if there are no relationships in between the management and the employee. So that is why sophisticated relationships should be established in between the management and the workers, particularly in the organizational scenario. So this is about the introduction regarding the organization. And coming to the definition of organization, we have a very good management thinker, that is Coons and O'Donnell. He has given us a very brief definition about organization. So here is the definition of organization. Organization can be defined as establishment of authority relationships with provision for coordination between them, both vertically and horizontally, in the enterprise culture. These authors view organization as a coordinating point among various persons in the business. Obviously, every business need to establish some authority relationships, as well as they should develop a coordination between those authority relationships, both vertically and horizontally, which means both from top to bottom, as well as both at the same level. So both vertically and horizontally there is a requirement of establishing authority relationships, and between those authority relationships there should be a coordination to run the enterprise more successful. So this is what the definition explained by Coons and Donnell regarding organization. And next let us try to learn about the characteristics of organization. See, in the organizational scenario we will find some group of people working together. That is what first one, collection of people. Yes, obviously organization is nothing but a group of people. It's a collection of people where they have joined together to achieve a particular objective. So collection of people is required in the case of organizational point of view, and even in the same organization why the people have joined together, why the collection of people are available in the organizational scenario is they are they are meant for achieving some common goal. And it's a social institution, and moreover in the organizational scenario the work will be divided among the available group of people, and among the group of people there should be a coordination. In the Coons or Donnell's definition itself we have discussed about authority relationships should be coordinated, should have a great coordination. So in every organization coordination is also one of the characteristic feature which should be applied at different levels. And moreover in the organization we can find some authority as well as the relationships in between the two different authorities also. And perpetual existence is also one of the greatest characteristic features of organization. And environment and technology is also playing a vital role in bringing the organization into a successful mode. So these are some of the characteristics where every organizations have to possess. So altogether if we can combine all these 9 characteristics, if we can see every characteristic one by one, every characteristic feature is focusing completely only on organization, means it's a group of people working together for a common goal. That is what the essence of all these 9 characteristic features about organization. And coming to the next one, that is types of organizations. We have 2 different types of organizations, that is formal organization and informal organization. Every organization may be expecting these two type of organizational structures. Normally every organization may have formal as well as some organizations may follow informal. When it comes to organizational point of view, when we talk about the organizational point of view, formal organization is the preferred one. When we talk about the employees point of view, informal organization is the preferred one. Normally basically every employee wants to live in informal way. Every individual employee wants to mingle with anyone, and every individual wants to get associated with a socialized groups. So that's the reason why they don't want to be under formal organization. Every time every employee wants to live in informal organization. Let us find out what are the features that are available under these formal and informal organization. Firstly, let me focus on formal organization features. See, deliberately it's a deliberately created structure. Yes, this formal organization has been created by the management, and every employee should be under that system, and it is completely focused on completely job oriented. And formal organization will have some work division, as well as a formal organization may have some departmentation also. There is a formal authority in this formal organization, and even the authority and responsibilities also will be delegated in a formal manner in this formal organization. And yes, of course, coordination is the only key factor which adds more value to this formal organization. And moreover, based on the principle of organizing. See, when we take each and every feature of this formal organization, every feature is explaining about formal organization is nothing but It's a formalized system, it's a formalized procedure. Yes, there are some set of rules and regulations, and there are some set of formalities and procedures, and it's a pre-planned centralized format of organization. That is why it is been treated as a formal organization. And coming to the next one, that is informal organization. When we talk about the features of informal organization, yes, here there is no unplanned, there is no planned structure. It is completely unplanned structure. Like as I already mentioned you in the formal versus informal organization slide. See, in that slide I already mentioned you that in informal organization, people wants to get mingled with everyone. People wants to live in a socialized pattern. So everyone wants to take their own decisions, and everyone wants to talk with everyone, and everyone wants to take their own decisions, and every individual employee will take their own responsibility and authority. So there is no planned structurized format in this informal organization. That is why it is unplanned structure. And why the people are getting associated into this informal organization is they are completely focused on fulfillment of their own social needs. That's the reason why people are getting attached to this informal organization. And there is no formal structure, and which means no formal structure means no formal rules and regulations, no formal policies and practices, or no formal procedures and formalities. So completely informal leaders will be there in this informal organization, and there is no proper communicational system where we cannot observe in this informal organization. But in formal organization we will have proper communicational system. Their communicational system would be very good as far as formal point of view. But in informal organization there is no planned, or there is no systematized, or there is no synchronized communicational system. That's why it is completely informal. And moreover, no rules and regulations here. Everything is being designed on the spot. Everything, no formalities, no procedures, no rules, no regulations, no specifications, or no practices, no specified duties have to be performed. Everyone will act according to their will and wish. And no fixed, no particular rules and regulations. So these are some of the features of informal organization, right? So this is about formal and informal, and we have some organizational designs also. In these designs we have line organization, line and staff organization, functional organization, divisional organization, project organization, matrix organization. We have totally 6 type of different organizational designs, but among these six organizational designs, I am going to focus only on the first 3: line organization, line and staff, and functional organizations, because these 3 are more familiar, these 3 are more famous, and these three are more appropriate in the present business scenarios. And every businesses are applying any one of these 3 organizational designs. So firstly, let me explain you about line organization. See, it is the oldest and simplest method of administrative organization, and in this particular organization the authority flows from top to bottom in a concern, and this particular line organization is carried from top to bottom, and persons having the greater decision making authority are placed at the top, and those having the least decision making authority are at the bottom. Which means those who are having authority, or those who are having greater decision making power, they will be placed in the top level, and those who are least in decision making, they will be at lower, right? And in between there are other levels of management such as intermediate and supervisory. And this is what the actual organizational design as far as this line organization point of view. Again, line organization can be divided, and we can segregate this line organization into two types. One is pure line organization and the other one is departmental line organization. Actually, this is what the picture what you are viewing on my screen. This is completely a structure which explains us and which gives us a clarity about line organization. When it comes to pure line organization, this is what pure line organization. Only one manager will be there. Under the manager we will have three different foremen. Under foremen workers will be there, and see, everything will be designed properly. And this is what the departmental line organization. See, in the name itself, as the name itself is clearly mentioning that this particular line organization is been segregated into different departments. So we have general manager. Under general manager we have different departmental managers, and each and every department will carry their own activities, right? So that is what called as departmental line organization. And coming to the merits and demerits of line organization, under line organization we can take quick decisions, and we will have strict discipline under this type of line organization, and the authority and responsibility is clearly defined under this line organization, and communications or unity of commands will be followed according to the given framework. When it comes to the demerits of this line organization, there is no scope for specialization, right? There is no scope for specializations, and the key persons are overloaded with overwork, which means whoever the line managers acting as a line managers, they will be handled huge amount of tasks. So that's why key persons are overloaded with overloaded works, and less efficiency due to lack of specialization. So these are the different demerits which are available under line organization. When we talk about the second one, that is line and staff organization, it's the coordination of both line and functional organizational structures. This particular line organization contribute to creating plans, and line managers are liable for the implementation of such plan within the practical field. This organization is meant to be at the imitation of both line and functional organizational structure, and this structure is suitable for medium and large scale organizations, as of course medium and large scale organizations are going to design their organizational structure as line and staff. Okay, they won't follow line organization as many employees are working on, as many employees are taking different types of responsibilities. That's the reason why this particular line organization is completely meant for medium and large scale enterprises. And coming to the advantages and disadvantages of this line and staff organization, coming to the advantage, we have managerial specialization, better coordination. Yes, we can expect better coordination between the line and staff managers, limited functional authorities, and moreover practical decisions can be possible in this line and staff, and decelerate growth also. It facilitates growth also in this line and staff, and it also helps the managers to make use of the available resources properly, and it is more flexible according to the available conditions, according to the available situations. We can change the system as per the need or as per the requirement. So greater flexibility is available under line and staff organization. When we talk about disadvantages, when we come across the disadvantages of this line and staff, we have a problem conflict between the line and staff. See, there are some egoistic factors, and there are some there are some negativities can be developed in between the two people, line and staff people. So that's why there is a chance of developing a conflict in between the line and staff supervisors, and even sometimes the employees also feel confused about to whom rules should be implemented, or who are the people to whom decisions we need to abide to that. So according to this, employees feel great confusion. Employees may feel greater confusion, and moreover it is high cost structure because line managers are there, staff supervisors are there, and moreover along with these two people, along with these two managerial people, we will have even workers also. So we need to spend more amounts for paying salaries, or we need to pay more resources for the sake of getting the quality in the implementation of this line and staff organizational design. And moreover the over dependence on staff. Yes, see, in the line organization, line managers are taking overloaded responsibility, but in the line and staff organization, here the top executives is being relieved, but the staff supervisors and even sometimes the workers also may feel burden about their works. So totally line managers have to depend upon the staff people. If staff is not doing well, if staff is not performing their duties according to the given period of time, then line managers have to be responsible about the future consequences. That's the reason why over dependence on staff. And sometimes, yes, of course, staff may not be the same. And even see, in our hand we have 5 fingers, and 5 fingers are not on the same size, and 5 fingers may not do the same kind of activity. So in the same way, not every employee may not be the same, and not employee may not possess same kind of qualities or same kind of personalities. So sometimes we may find some inefficient staff also among the available manpower. So if with that inefficient staff we cannot do anything, or we cannot achieve anything. So inefficient staff is also one of the drawbacks under line and staff organization. And lack of responsibility. Yes, some staff supervisors are not ready to take any kind of responsibility, and there is a chance of complications of managers' decisions as far as this line and staff organization. So this is about the brief explanation about the advantages and disadvantages regarding with line and staff organization. And coming to the third one, that is formal organizational structure. This is what the third and last important organizational design which we come across in our day-to-day life. So when it comes to the formal organizational structure, the emphasis is completely on managing some functions wherever the function may be performed in the enterprise. See, for example, if the total work activities of an enterprise may be divided into various functions like purchases, production, marketing, finance, quality control, human resources, security, information technology. If we can segregate the total activities of an enterprise into these kind of departments, that can be treated as a functional organization. See, as the name itself is clearly mentioning, an organization which focuses or which emphasizes only on the various functions being performed by individuals. So this is what the formal organizational structure what we have. See, president we have, under president we have different managerial people, and each and every function we have subdivisions also. Subdivisions in the sense sub functions also. See, in the R&D manager we have design, development, testing people are involved, and even in the finance, under the finance manager we have accounting people, and we have finance people, right? We have purchasing people. Under marketing manager we have sales people and customer services. Like this, for every function we will have different subdivisions also. So this is what the example for functional organization. And coming to the advantages and disadvantages, in the advantageous region, functional organizations are enhanced coordination and control, and it is a centralized decision making is available under this functional organization. And even it is an enhanced organizational level perspective, and under functional organization we can make use of more efficient use of managerial and technical talent, and it facilitates career paths in specified areas. And when it comes to disadvantages, impeded communication and coordination due differences in values and orientation skills may leads to short term thinking, and it is also been disadvantage as far as difficult to establish uniform performance standards. So these are some of the disadvantages of this functional organization. But if we keep aside these disadvantages, nowadays every businesses are focusing completely on the advantages. If we can have a look on the total advantages of functional organizational structure, these advantages are more beneficial for every organization. So it's been proved already that many organizations are experiencing extraordinary results when they apply this for a functional structure, right? So this is about the line and staff organization, and third one, functional organizational structure. So now we have come to the conclusion of this particular unit 3. So organizational structures, these are very important actually, and these are very common and which are familiar, and these are all very famous. If we can visit any kind of industry, if we can visit any kind of IT company, wherever whatever the kind of industry it is, whatever the kind of company it is, we can observe all these organizational structures in everywhere. So that is why, yes, these organizational structures may change in environment pressures organization to realign structure. So this is about the organizations which are organizational designs and organizational structures, and these are the available organizational systems where we can see nowadays. So this is about the unit 3, and I'll catch you with my next unit in the next video. So until then, thank you.